meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Kindred FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times, and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The Reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor. Here by the owl. Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep the plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the President so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 6 members, 1 advisor, and numerous guests present, Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
Practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Kindred FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may be properly presented. Is there any new business?
Mr. President,
As Treasurer.
I move to have a hayride.
Second. Call for the orders of the day. Orders of the day have been called for. Madam Secretary, what are the orders of the day?
Chapter exchange and chapter activities.
Chapter exchange and chapter activities. Is there any objection to following the orders of the day? Seeing none, we shall proceed to the orders of the day as follows. What are the wishes of the group concerning chapter exchange?
Mr. President,
Chair, Secretary.
I move that our chapter do an exchange program with another chapter from Florida.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that our chapter do an exchange program with another chapter from Florida. Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Secretary.
This is a wonderful motion that we should all consider passing. For when we went to the Washington Leadership Conference, we met a ton of new people, and it really broadened our horizons. And if we could bring another student in, they'd really be able to meet new people and just gain more knowledge about other chapters. So please, get behind me in passing this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Sentinel.
I agree with the previous speaker because this would be a great way to increase our recruitment. A lot of the kids in our schools really love to travel. So if we have this exchange program, it'll encourage them to want to join so they could potentially go on this exchange program. So for that reason, please get behind me and pass this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
As a reporter.
We cannot pass this motion because this is a liability for our chapter, and we have not discussed this with our administration yet, and they need to be in on this so that they know about it, and we can discuss this further as a chapter for it to happen. So for these reasons, please help me fail this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Vice President.
Passing this motion would be a huge detriment to our chapter because right now we have so many members, all of our members are involved with at least one or more activity in the chapter. So if we were to try to do an exchange program like this, it would take away our members from these activities and it wouldn't work out for us. hurting our chapter. For these reasons, I hope that you will fail this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
As treasurer.
I am strongly in favor of this motion because it is a great way for our chapter to get new ideas and maybe new study ideas from different chapters. We can learn how to plant things differently. We can learn different information about other things throughout the country. So please join with me in passing this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
Because it is very warm in here, I move to suspend the rules which interfere with FFA officers being able to remove their FFA jackets during the meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules pertaining to officers being able to remove their FFA jackets during meetings. All those in favor of suspending the rules, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, the rules are not suspended. Is there any further debate on the motion that our chapter do an exchange program with another chapter from Florida?
Mr. President.
As Secretary.
Once again, I speak in favor of this motion because we could even get other neighboring chapters involved in this. And if they did the exchange program, also we could really cut down the cost. And then the other people who come over here wouldn't be completely lonely because they have some friends in near town. So please get behind me in passing this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
As Treasurer.
I agree with the previous speaker because actually right now, after calculating the scholarship funds for National Convention and the Winter Leadership Scholarship Fund, we actually have plenty of money left over, so we could fund this very easily. So please join with me in passing this.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
We simply cannot afford to pass this motion because I was just talking to another chapter who participated in an exchange program and spent all the money on sending 2 of their members to this exchange program, and then their members got homesick, so they ended up wasting all of that money they just spent. Therefore, let's not waste our money and fail this motion.
Is there any debate? Any debate?
President.
Chair recognizes the reporter.
I move to refer this motion to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair and given the power to act.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we refer this motion to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair and given power to act. Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
As reporter.
I made this referral because we have never done this exchange program before, and we need to have 3 people look in on this and find out the details of how we can do this exchange program to make it successful for our chapter. So for these reasons, get behind me and pass this referral.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President,
Chair Sentinel.
we cannot afford to pass this referral because all of our members are very busy right now with football games and cheerleading practices and volleyball practices, so they won't be able to host this event. Therefore, I urge the Assembly to join with me and slam the door on this motion.
Is there any debate?
I rise to the parliamentary inquiry.
Member will state his inquiry.
What vote does the pending motion require?
The pending motion requires a majority vote. Is there any further debate on the motion to refer this motion to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair and given power to act? Any debate? Any debate? Hearing none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor of referring this motion to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair and given power to act, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it, the motion passes. We will refer this to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair and given the power to act. The Secretary, the Treasurer, and the Sentinel will be on the committee. Is there any new business?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
I move that our chapter holding hot dog eating contest during FFA week.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that our chapter hold a hot dog eating contest during FFA week. Is there any
I have
debate?
consideration of the question.
The consideration of the question has been objected to. Madam Secretary, please assist me in counting the votes. Shall the question be considered? Those in favor of considering it will rise. Be seated. Those opposed will rise. Be seated, Madam Secretary. What was count?
4 affirmative and 1 negative, Mr. President.
4 affirmative and 1 negative. There are more than 2/3 in the affirmative, and the question will be considered. Is there any debate on the motion that our chapter hold a hot dog eating contest during FFA week?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
I made this motion because at the beginning of this year, our officer team set a goal to provide more activities for our school during FFA week and more opportunities for our entire school to get involved in this celebration of FFA. This would be a fantastic opportunity for us to do that. So for this reason, I hope that you will pass this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Madam Sentinel.
This is a terrible motion that we can't pass because we have a lot of activities going on during the FFA week, like our teacher appreciation breakfast and a community-wide service activity. So for that reason, we cannot pass this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
As a reporter.
This is a simply horrendous emotion. I know personally that hot dogs make me sick, and I've talked to many other people in our school, and I know that they don't like hot dogs either, so this would cause a lot of our school to have people throwing up because of this hot dog eating contest, and it would just be a lot of chaos. So for these reasons, please help me fail this amendment.
Is there
motion.
any debate?
Mr. President.
Madam Secretary.
This is a wonderful motion that simply brings a smile to my face, for it's something we have never done before, and we could even get the staff involved and have some friendly competition between the members and the staff. Therefore, please get behind me in passing this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
As Treasurer.
I am strongly opposed to this motion because this is not a great way for our chapter to show what FFA is about. It shows people shoving hot dogs into their mouth, and that's not very appropriate for our members to see or anybody else to see. It's just not a good sight. So please, for these reasons, join with me in failing this motion?
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Secretary.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it. The meeting is not adjourned. Is there any further debate on the motion that our chapter hold a hot dog eating contest during FFA week?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the reporter.
I move to amend the motion by striking out the words hot dog and inserting the words pie.
It's been moved and seconded that we amend the motion by striking out the word hot dog and inserting the word pie, so that if adopted, the main motion read that our chapter hold a pie eating contest during FFA week. Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Recognizes the reporter.
I made this amendment because having a pie eating contest is something that is more common and more appealing to watch, and a lot of people like pie rather than liking hot dogs, and so that we would have a lot more success with having a pie eating contest. So please help me pass this amendment.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
I am strongly against this amendment because I actually hate pie. It's something I've never liked, and it's something I know a lot of people don't like. You're still watching people shove food into their mouth, and it's not something nice to see. So please join with me once again in failing this amendment.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
I'm strongly against this motion because the St. Maurice's Church in Kindred actually does a pie eating contest to raise money for the church every year. So if we were to try to do this activity, we would just be stealing their thunder. Furthermore, pies are a lot more messy to clean up and something that we don't want to be in charge of. So I encourage you all to vote against this motion.
Is there any debate? Any debate? Any debate? Hearing none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor of amending the motion by striking out the word hot dog and inserting the word pie, so that if adopted, the main motion read that our chapter hold a pie eating contest during FFA week, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, and the amendment fails. Is there any further debate on the motion that our chapter hold a hot dog eating contest during FFA week?
Mr. President,
Chair Zeno.
I move to postpone the motion indefinitely.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we postpone this motion indefinitely. Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Chair Zeno.
I made this postponement because either way you look at it, if we pass it, it will be a bad thing because some of our members could get sick and throw up everywhere, which won't be a good sight. But if we fail it, it'll look like our chapter doesn't want to have fun, which is not what we are about. So for that reason, please get behind me and kill this motion.
Is there any debate?
Mr. President.
Chair Secretary.
FFA members, we cannot kill this motion because it is something that's fun, it is something new, and it will get our members excited. So please, help me keep this motion alive.
Is there any debate? Any debate? Any debate? Hearing none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor of postponing this motion indefinitely, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it, and the motion is postponed indefinitely. Is there any new business? Any new business? Any new business? Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Mr. President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Kindred FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
now declare this meeting adjourned.